Good morning and welcome back to the Lopi Show. Today we have a special guest. Please welcome the famous advertising critic Elena Tuman.
Good morning, Lisa, and thank you for having me today on your show.
Good morning, it's a pleasure. So Elena, tell us a little bit about yourself, as in your motivations to becoming a famous advertising critic.
Well, to be honest, since little I grew up with this feminist ideology. I was inculcated with it since my mother was a feminist leader, and she was against stereotyping and the objectification of women, especially in commercials. As I grew up with this ideology, I became offended by the way the big companies portrayed women as a sex icon. So I took a stand by studying journalism, as I liked writing, and took advantage of my skills into criticizing these commercials.
I totally agree with you. As a woman, I also feel offended by such stereotypical commercials. Like if women are only used for their body and nothing more. Like as a journalist, I see these things up from close, especially with famous celebrities.
Yes, one of the most sexiest commercials are those from the burger company Carl's Jr., in which women are portrayed as a sex icon and are stereotyped physically as if they are valued just by their body, and also the dialogue is involved in stereotyping women.
I was just going to talk to you about it. Have you seen the recent one starring Kim Kardashian? Notice the beginning of the video, how Kardashian enters a bedroom at a slow pace, dressed in a bathrobe with only her underwear clothed. As always, the cameras capture the iconic Kim Kardashian butt, drawing the public's attention through an appeal of emotion by making the video have an interesting beginning. She starts saying, in a raspy yet sultry voice, "I am such a neat freak." By the use of her tone of voice, she portrays this quote as sexist, adding slowness into every word she articulates. She emphasizes specific words such as such by changing the tone in how she says it and adding rhythm and volume into it while making the bed.
Ironic, Kim Kardashian making a bed. Did you see how immediately after she says everything's gotta be clean, crisp, and tasty? Well, with her fingers, she delicately picks up salad pieces in a sensual way as the camera zooms in her parted lips when she rests in a position in which her body is perched on the bed. At this point, such sexist movements made by Kardashian's body make the viewer stop paying attention to a product and instead to Kim, allowing the viewers to see her as a sex object instead of a normal woman. She murmurs the quote in a monotonous tone, articulating each and every word in a slow manner, although her mouth is never focused to notice its action. You can perceive this by how she says it, giving each word a meaning without it having one, just by the tone of her voice. Her tone of voice appeals to the emotion of the viewer by making everything sound much more sexy, causing the viewer to feel more attracted to a commercial, though this quote also resembles irony, as she talks about liking clean things as she eats a salad filled with ranch sauce with her fingers in a sexist way.
Yeah, I know. The part in which I was really offended was when she said, "And while the best things in life are messy, it's fun to get clean," though it also demonstrates how people are just interested in sex, especially coming from hot, skinny women. The words she says arouses the emotion of the viewers, especially those of men, which are attracted to the sex. She attracts the attention of men by articulating only the word messy almost at the end of the sentence, especially the S. Her tone is more upbeat than when she mentions "I'm such a neat freak" at the beginning of the video. It is less monotonous and more cheerful, with a fast articulation of the words, not the slowness with which she began, thus giving it a less sexy effect on the way she says it. As she finished her quote, a drop of ranch dips from the pieces of salad she is eating with her fingers right into her cleavage. During this part, the commercial blurs the ranch drop and focuses mainly on her boobs, while Kardashian, with an innocent look, stares at the drop. This is stereotyping women by stating that women are only valued by their body, especially their breasts and butt, as seen in the video.
This commercial is so strategical, mocking and tactful in the way they use a famous sex icon like Kim Kardashian to promote something as boring as a salad as a sex object, appealing to emotion of many men with the effect of making them want to buy the salad because of its sexy appeal, using what Kim Kardashian represents, which is sex. They sell and promote this product, making something so simple as a salad seem so extravagant. Right when the commercial is ending, a man that serves as a narrator in the commercial states, "Who said salads cannot be hot?" as Kim Kardashian sits naked in a tub with some soap bubbles, still eating a salad in a sexual way. This last quote is personifying the salad, stating that it is hot, adding qualities to the object that it obviously cannot have. The tone of this quote is sexy, but not raspy. It is said faster and less sultry, asking a rhetorical question which is answered by the image portrayed by Kim naked in a bathtub, stereotyping women by portraying them as shallow, having low morals, and making it seem that the only good thing of a woman is her body. This is seen by the way Kim is half naked in a bathtub during a salad commercial, not to mention how Kim's body has nothing to do with the product they're selling.
I must admit it. It is actually a pretty stereotypical commercial. Almost all of Carsoona commercials objectify women, portraying them half naked with big breasts and huge butts, stereotyping women by their bodies, stating that all women must have big breasts and big butts, easy to give in, and that all men shall pursue this type of women. They use women that fit society's standard of beauty, and they are more or less famous to the public eye, like Kim Kardashian. We see how products are secondary in contrast to the beautiful women presented in the ad. They are not selling so much their product as they are selling the women because of their body. This sends a message to society that it's all about the looks, the sex, and by using these women, they attract the public in order to sell their products. Besides, the image used in the video, the dialogue presented by Kim Kardashian is slow, rhythmic, sexy, and sultry. This dialogue promotes the idea that women are dumb and only used for their bodies.
It is an effective tool used not only in TV commercials but also in magazine ads. I don't know if you have seen a cigarette ad promoting Tiplet cigarettes.
Yes, though it's an old one.
Though objectifying women in ads is something we currently see, it is an issue that has been going on for several years, as seen in the Tiplet ad. It is old, but it's still something happening that we see every day. The ad literally says, "Blow in her face and she'll follow you anywhere." Though it is not spoken and you may not hear it, the way this quote is written makes it seem as if it has a pedantic, superior tone. The way those words are put together guarantees success for a man. That woman will basically do anything they want by just blowing. In a literal way, it is giving a double meaning, which appeals to most men, as this is used in a sexual manner. Just as the Kardashian ad, it stereotypes women because of their body, appealing to sexualism to capture the attention of the audience. This is so offensive. It is as if women were animals running around endlessly to catch a ball. The man that purchases this cigarette will be able to get any girl he wants. And what a man wouldn't want to easily pick up girls? A perfect example of how women are not only stereotyped because of their body, but also saying that they are dumb, a shallow man, that they will do anything that a man says because he is superior.
Wow, two inappropriate things in a single ad. But that is not at all, Elena. You can definitely see in the ad the power the man has over the woman. She is seductively gazing in his eyes as if it were something amazing, and he is staring at her as if she was just another woman he met at the bar, ready for a one-night stand. Plus, the fact that he is blowing the smoke of the cigarette to her face also adds to that power he holds, treating her as if she were inferior to him. The ad pictures a man smoking a cigarette, blowing the smoke in the woman's face while she seductively stares at him, with her boobs perching out. It indicates that those cigarettes are made for men but are attractive to women. In other words, it is saying, "Hey boys, smoke a cigarette and you'll pick up a woman." Besides the ad sexualizing women, it is also promoting tobacco for the target audience, which are young men between the ages of 17 to 25 or more years old.
This ad makes you feel, as a woman, powerless and mad. The woman in the ad is a subordinate to a man, having no respect for herself just because he blew some smoke to her face, as if he is hypnotizing her with it. By the way, do you notice a small box in it advertising the other types of cigarettes?
Yes, though I thought those were just warning signs.
Well, unfortunately, there are no warning signs, which is odd because cigarette ads must usually have them. That little box states, "Hit her with a tangy, Tiplet cherry, or rich grapey, Tiplet burgundy, or luscious Tiplet blueberry. It's wild, Tiplet. It's new, different, delicious in taste and aroma. A puff in her direction and she'll follow you anywhere." Oh yes, you get smoking satisfaction without inhaling smoke. First of all, this uses loaded language using words such as different, delicious, and luscious, draws to public attention because it appeals to their emotion rather than reasoning. It makes the cigarette seem more desirable, and so the viewers are drawn to hit. Second of all, the phrase "hit her" is promoting domestic violence against a woman, portraying her as an inferior creature. It uses exotic words such as tangy, grapey, and burgundy to make the product more appealing to the buyer, catchier, and unique. There are occasions when catchy slogans or phrases are read by the audience and lodges inside their head, repeating itself.
Yes, and you know that the purpose of this slogan is more for the audience to recall a catchy phrase and associate it to the product rather than the product itself? At the end of both ads, you can find out that sex sells more than the products themselves. In the Carl's Jr. commercial, a sex celebrity icon such as Kim Kardashian is used to promote something as simple and boring as a salad, using a sensual, sexy, and rhythmic tone of voice and body language to appeal to its audience emotions. While in the Tiblet cigarette ad, it attracts the attention of the audience because it associates the product with the attraction of women towards men, using subliminal messages that are quoted to arouse interest to a particular product.
But at the end of the day, what sells more is women's sexuality, physically and verbally, than the product itself. And besides, the company gives more attention to this than to what it is selling.
Well, yes, that is true. Elena, though this was an interesting discussion, unfortunately, we have run out of time. It was a pleasure having you.
Thank you, Lisa, for inviting me today.
That's all for today, folks.